The NFL is back. Well, kind of at least. The preseason gets underway with the Hall of Fame game between the Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. While it's not technically the real deal, the preseason does allow us NFL Deegans a chance to scratch our fantasy itch. That said, there are a few key differences. For starters, following the news is even more important than it is during the regular season. Each team has a 90-man roster at this point in the preseason, and most of those players are going to get on the field in Week 1. In fact, the only players who probably won't play, outside of the injured players, are the superstars. That means you're going to have to get comfortable clicking on some names that you would never consider during the regular season. Volume is everything in the preseason. If the starters are only going to play 1 or 2 drives before ceding to the backups will inherently carry more fantasy value. Talent is simply not that important. Maybe the starters can score a touchdown in their limited playing time, but chasing volume is going to be a more sustainable strategy in the long term. Let's break down the two rosters and try to identify some fantasy value for Thursday's DFS contests. Limited time offer: football is back. Get 6 months of access to Fantasy Labs Pro for only $199.95, 45% off. Dallas Cowboys overview: coaches tend to approach the preseason in different ways. Some of them want to win at all costs, while others are looking to gather more information on their roster. That's why backing or fading certain coaches during the preseason can be extremely profitable. Mike McCarthy lands somewhere in the middle. He owns a 2-7, 2-3-2 against the spread record during the preseason, including a 6-7 record in Week 1. Unfortunately, there's not much we can use to our advantage there. The Cowboys are currently listed as 1-point underdogs in this matchup, so there's not much of an edge in implied team total, either. Quarterback Dak Prescott is currently dealing with an injury, so don't expect to see him on Thursday. He is expected to get some reps during the Cowboys' final preseason tune-up, but he will likely be on ice until then. That leaves Garrett Gilbert, Ben DiNucci and Cooper Rush to split the reps vs the Steelers. There hasn't been any real update on how the playing time will shake out between these three players, so make sure to follow along for updates. Gilbert will likely draw the start at the position. He was signed off the Browns' practice squad after Prescott got hurt last season, and ultimately held his own in his only start. He racked up 243 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception, and that game was ironically against the Steelers. Gilbert is relatively new to the team, but he has been in the league since 2014. He doesn't necessarily need extended reps in the preseason, but I still think he leads the Cowboys' QBs in snaps on Thursday.